What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse rants, no hate. So, listen, I've been seeing several videos about Clarissa Shields and Hannah Gabriels. Now, there's videos where, for whatever reason, people are trying to twist this narrative that Clarissa Shields ducked Hannah Gabriels. So, let's break this down. First off, they fought. Gabriel scored a knockdown, a flash knockdown in the first round. She got that. Gabriels is a good fighter, so is Shields. Now, the thing that people are overlooking is one, Shields didn't get the Canelo excuse, meaning her age. Oh, she was only 19, 20 years old. No, this is an Olympic gold medalist fighting against an experienced Hannah Gabriels. Okay, a more experienced Hannah Gabriels. But at the same time, she got up, she won she won the fight. It wasn't like, yeah, it was a good fight, but it wasn't like, oh, she razor thin, she barely survived this fight, or she got rocked and she was getting saved by the referee, or none of that type of stuff. It was a good fight. People want to taint history by trying to give these lies. Okay, Hannah Gabriels says Clarissa Shields ducked her. So people that don't even know the story or understand this rematch not happening and how they're talking about how she was the super champion and this other woman had the belt and she chose her instead of her. Look, you fight one person, you fight the next person. The same way if Gabriels was saying that, don't you think if she would have fought Gabriels again, the other fighter could have said the same thing. And you know what they would have said? You already fought Gabriels and beat her. So what's the purpose of you fighting her again? And you know what the Clarissa Shields haters would have been saying? Clarissa knows she could beat Gabriels. That's why she didn't fight the other female. So all this he said, she said. Look, here's the more important thing. The show must go on. If Clarissa decides, nah, she's not going to do anything, who else on that card is main event status? So it would be the thing like what we just saw with Conor Ben and Chris Eubanks Jr. The fight's canceled. Nobody's eating that night. So the fight's going on. And for Gabriel's, look, I like Hannah Gabriels as a fighter as well. But that has nothing to do with it. If it would have been Clarissa Shields, I'd be saying the same things. It doesn't matter. The biggest thing for Hannah Gabriels is not to try to put a message out to Clarissa Shields or try to prove her innocence to Clarissa Shields. Okay? That's between her and Vada. That's the most important thing for Hannah Gabriels right now. So, I saw the video. I played some of it on my channel. But more importantly, here's the thing. With all the explanation of what she did, she spoke to Vada, she put cream on her dog, and they told her other fighters have had that same situation. Fighters got to be smarter. For one, you need to be careful of what you're putting in and on your body. Why not just put the gloves on and put the cream on? People do that. That's not fighters. Just the fact that, okay, cool, I'm putting cream on a wound. Why would you not wear gloves? Okay, so we can't just take a story to face value like it's just facts because of. Now, here's the thing. It sucks if she's innocent and she missed this opportunity. But at the same time, can we just say that? So, I'm hearing people, she's so beautiful. Oh my God, I can't believe her. Yeah, okay, that has nothing to do with her innocence. And that's the biggest fight she has right now in terms of boxing. Not trying to send a message to Clarissa Shields. And all of these fanboys that's sitting up here talking about Clarissa ducked her. She ducked her based on what? And the fact that the fight was happening now, if Hannah doesn't fail her drug test. So now, people are trying to twist the narrative that Vada is protecting Clarissa Shields. That this is where they're doing this because they know Clarissa will lose in the rematch. I mean, like some of the comments that people make. This is on different channels that's putting out content. And I feel like these people are just, they're clickbaiting. Like somebody have a video saying, it's titled Proof that Hannah Gabriels was ducked by Shields or something like, and now it's like monkey see, monkey do. So everybody wants to start putting videos out trying to claim this narrative. If I'm not a fan of anyone, like I said, I just respect and appreciate certain skills and talent. That's as far as it goes. If you're a fan of Hannah Gabriels and you're making these excuses up because you like her as a fighter or because you're attracted to her, like I said, it does not prove her innocence and it basically means nothing. If it was Clarissa Shields and the same thing happened, now she has to basically prove her innocence, okay? that's just the way things go. So now to come with this narrative that Clarissa and this company that she's signed to, that changes nothing. What people have to learn about being fair, okay, and understanding that you put yourself in anybody's shoes. That's what I do. What do I think I would do in that situation? How would I more than likely handle that situation? That's what I look at. But when you just repeat things that you hear without even understanding where the source is coming from, the source that it's coming from, and then you say things because you want it to sound true. They were getting ready to fight. Just like I said with Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. All of the explaining what happened, whose fault it was, or why, that's over with. The time is now. That time would be this Saturday, had Hannah Gabriels passed her test. So it's like, wow, the hatred is crazy. It's really crazy. You see her training with Franchon Cruz, and basically, they're talking a little smack to Savannah Marshall, like, yeah, she gonna be ready for you, and like, oh, she's hating, she's afraid of Savannah Marshall, and Franchon knows she can't beat her. That's why she goes and get Clarissa. And I'm like, isn't that the point? To make sure that iron sharpens iron, that you're ready? Like, where's the scared stuff coming from? Like the fanboy nonsense is ridiculous, but it's worse when content creators is putting this nonsense out, knowing that the cheerleaders are going to jump in and start saying a bunch of nonsense. So, and my thing is, why is it a problem that Clarissa Shields is training, was working with Franchon, and she was teasing her, saying, hey, she going to be ready. I'll make sure she's ready for you, right? So what? Where was all of this when Savannah had her little cheerleading squad at the press conference, of her and Clarissa's fight? When all of these different females had to chime in and say something different to try to be disrespectful towards Clarissa, but always talk about she talk right, but she backs it up. And all these other fighters who hadn't accomplished nothing yet, who keep trying to call her name or call anyone's name that has any value to it without doing anything, right? Then it's like, what? So everybody's being ducked? No, that's not how that works. Like y'all said about the Charlos and Benavidez and Andre, and all these people who actually had titles, and they got to prove they deserve a shot with Canelo, but then Canelo can fight a guy like John Ryder, and then you're saying, but he earned that spot based on what? So the same thing. It's no different. You have to fight one fight at a time. That's common sense, but knowing these fights that people are talking about, understand with the women, they're not deep like that. There's no one female division where it's just deep. It's just woman after woman after woman. No. Like I said last video, this is why they're going up and down in weight so often, because they don't have the names in the women division where this is a super fight, that's a super fight. A rematch with Clarissa Shields and Hannah Gabriels is no super fight. Hannah Gabriels is a heavyweight female champion. When was the last time you heard anybody even talk about Hannah Gabriels? And this is why, out of everything she's done in her career, they have to bring up the fight with Clarissa Shields, because all this other stuff, it kind of went unnoticed. And that's just real. So, all these false narratives, it's like, people, stop repeating nonsense. Learn to do your homework before you just start saying shit, because it's like, for me, that's why I don't like certain shit. I can't even respond to, because it's like, this person obviously don't know what they're talking about. They're just repeating something that they heard on another channel. It always sounds good to you when that channel is taking a dig at the person that you don't like, and that's just really how that goes. So just saying, when I saw this, it's like, all right, so now all of a sudden Shields is afraid. Shields ducked her even though they fought and was about to fight again. That makes a lot of sense. And it's not like Shields had to fight Hannah Gabriels. She was trying to get Marshall. It's not like she was a mandatory, if you don't fight me, you get... No, that's not what happened. That's not what happened. So, the fanboy channels is repeating what Gabriel said, and the fanboys are repeating what the content creator said. And I can tell just by the comments, they didn't even see the goddamn interviews. They just are repeating things, and they don't really understand. All you're doing is tainting something that was good. Now, would the second fight have lived up to the first fight? I don't think so, because I think this time Clarissa would have really beat Hannah Gabriels up badly this time. She's more experienced now, and Hannah Gabriels is 40 years old now. Yeah, you can be 40 and still be a badass, but really, Hannah Gabriels has been getting no light. So when you walk around with these belts, and nobody knows who you beat to get them, y'all know how that goes. And I salute both of them as fighters, but right now, Clarissa Shields is not the fight Hannah Gabriels have to worry about. Her fight is proving her innocence, like I said. Clarissa Shields is fighting a replacement. Now, if Hannah Gabriels is found innocent and there's no ban, they can get it on later. And it's as simple as that. But all the crying and whining and complaining about what happened or didn't happen or what was said to have happened and all the he said, she said, cut that out. That's nonsense. Anyway, never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.